Hey everyone, welcome back. We are on Tranquil Waters by Stevie, playing some Farming Simulator 22, of course. Happy Tuesday. At least I hope it's a happy Tuesday. Hope you got through Monday okay. Managed to Forrest Gump my way through Monday somehow, and looking forward to moving on to the rest of the week. We are doing some weeding. Excuse me, we're doing some weeding out here. After planting some poppies. Got our poppies in the ground. We're going to weed, and then we're going to roll. Wasn't really sure what order to do that in, but we're going to weed and then roll. I was trying to think through my mind if I was a farmer. Would I weed first? Would I roll? Would I weed before I planted? Would I weed later? I don't know. I guess it depends on how you weed, maybe too? I don't know. I'm not sure how farmers handle their... Oh, speedboat. How farmers handle their weeding chores all the time. We've got the John Deere 8R. Nice looking tractor. Nice looking front weight. That's what I'm talking about. And of course we've got the Horsch weeder, taking advantage of the Horsch DLC pack. Giants being kind enough to give us another weeder in the game. Thank goodness for that. If I'm being honest, and I try to be most of the time, this blue and yellow job was getting kind of old. Yeah, I like this interior view when I'm working with this John Deere. Nothing like seeing those double wides in the back there. John Deere's giving it. I don't think it's an easy chore for it, but it's managing. I think we've got it. I think we've thrown enough horsepower at this weeder. I think this weeder is what, 200 and some odd horsepower, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we've got the big old Borgol weeder as well. 200 horsepower. Yep, 200 horsepower. What's this guy right here? Oh, that's right. He's been in the game for a while though, hasn't he? Alright. But you can hear that John Deere kind of grunting. Yeah, I like that. I realize I have no beacons on the John Deere. That's a little sketchy. Maybe we'll do the hazards. I don't know. Do you need lights on the field? I mean, let's face it, if civilians if civvies come onto the field, I think they kind of deserve whatever they get if they start running out in front of tractors. I do like the sound effect of this horse as well. So I got the police stopped by the farm this morning. So I was able to meet the Tranquil Waters town sheriff. That's pretty cool. Nice guy, nice gent, I would say. He politely requested that I no longer skateboard out into the middle of traffic, and he suggested that based on what he was told, if I do plan on skateboarding on city streets, that I should probably wear a helmet. So I'm going to take his advice into effect and probably gear up with a helmet. You know, I think we can do a helmet on here, but I don't think we have the old wrist guards and the elbow pads and the knee pads. So hopefully somebody will come out with that outfit. Since we can do custom apparel now in Farm Sim, I'm kind of thinking maybe somebody will release a skateboarding outfit so that I look even more cool when I'm running around on my electric skateboard. Well, 7 miles an hour. It's not high speed, but it does get the job done. Is that the well, Brad, you just keep passing it up. Working speed, 7 miles an hour. Okay. I guess that is the working speed. So what do we need to accomplish in September? It's a great question. I'm glad you asked. What do we need to accomplish in September? Well, once we get this poppy field, I don't know why I like that so much, but I love that air. Is it pneumatic? Is that what you would call that? Sounds good. It's a good looking setup right there. That John Deere 8R with the twins, with this weeder. I quite like it. I hope you all agree. I hope you're also in agreement with my front bumper or my front weight selections. It's important to me that you all that you all appreciate my front weight. Oh boy. Yep, that's how I am. I live by people's acceptance of my front weight choices in Farming Simulator. I don't know, there's something about this look that I really just like, and these lines are just ruining it. There we go. Man, Giants did a good job with this model. Very, very cool. I have been working diligently, in quotes, on a special video I am making. I am getting closer to finishing it up. It's taking some time to do. I'm enjoying it, but it is time consuming. I can honestly say that I think I broke Farming Simulator. Last night I was doing some more work on this video, and I think I just got a little too I don't know, a little too aggressive maybe with what the game likes, in conjunction with courseplay. I had many courseplay courses set up and running, and the game was okay with it at first, and then after about running that for about 30 minutes, I started noticing a distinct lag that was happening. Let me see if I can find our line here somewhat. Can't even see where the weeder's been. I'm gonna see if GPS mod will help me out. Wow, that was a lot further over than I had expected. A distinct lag in the game after about 30 minutes. I'm gonna run forward just a smidge and try to reverse this back up a little bit better. That'll work. I'm not too worried about absolute perfection here. So yeah, about 30 minutes in, things started going a little bit sideways. I accidentally hit the the dev command line, and I don't know why that why that was the final straw, but it was the final straw. Fortunately, I did a save just before, shortly before I did that, so I didn't lose really any work, but boy, the game was not happy with me at all. But a simple restart and we were back to the races. I'm hoping to get this video wrapped up and done hopefully this week, so I kind of want to get it out either later this week or the weekend. I think we're going to have to run a little headland action here, because I am not going to be able to work around that fence. You can see over there the Mandako roller is back in action. along with our old school, what is that thing, a 90, oh boy, 96 something, 97 something, is it? I'm gonna wipe out some grass. That's one thing these weeders do, is they definitely wipe out the grass around the fields, which grows back. It's not a big deal. Just kind of looks a little odd for a couple, 2-3 days. Makes me wonder if I've got that grass mod installed. Somebody released a grass mod out on King Mods. And it's kind of nifty. It gives you some options above and beyond just the Giant's default grass planting. Meadow grass, you know. It's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do a... Let's see if I can lock into this thing. Let me lower this, because I really don't know where we are. Oh, are you going back... I think we've already done that line. Haven't we? No, maybe not. Man, it's so hard to tell, and it doesn't help when we look on the map and we look over to weeds. We're working this field, and as you can see, there's no detail on weeds yet. I think they have to be at least up and growing a little bit before it shows up like that. I kind of wish they would show up before, but we'll do the best we can. There was another mod that I saw it on King Mods today, and I think I am going to do a review on it. When I haven't done a mod review in a long time, and it's not because I don't really enjoy doing them. It's just every once in a while something will come along and I'll be like, oh, maybe I should do a mod review on that, and then I think about it and the excitement kind of goes away. But this one's kind of cool. This is a Kloss harvester that the mod author has done some pretty cool things with. So I'm thinking about doing that, a mod review on it. It is for PC Mac only. That's the other thing. It'd be nice to be able to do mod reviews that are cross-platform, but this one is PC Mac only. It doesn't require, but it does operate better with some other scripting mods. But boy, is it sharp looking the way they set this thing up. Maybe I'll throw that out on the channel. We'll see how things go here. I'm trying to hug that edge as much as I can just to do a decent job here with it. Our GPS is all but no longer useful for us. We'll probably see a little patch of weeds here and there, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I'm going to get as close as I can here because I think we're good. Try not to hit the fence. I've already fixed way too many fences on this farm. Man, that was fast. That's so cool. Really, really nice job on that. All right, Mr. Deer, let's get you out of the way so we can bring on your older sibling. I need to find... I just remembered too, I was thinking about some other tractors we might get here on the farm, and one of them that I want to get is a Big Bud. Totally forgot to look I can't make up my mind on where I want to park. I want to get a big bud, but I kind of want to get that Centennial Edition. Am I going to hit that post? I kind of want to get that Centennial Edition. I totally forgot to look for it. Need to do that. Alright, you're fine right there, my friend. Yeah, there we go. 9620. I think I was in the ballpark. Maybe not exactly right, but in the ballpark. Where should we start? Let's start over here, because we're going to have to do a headland over here regardless. So going back to things that we need to accomplish in September. After we get the poppies, this poppy field all straightened out and done and ready to go. All right, let's see if we can get this thing lined up. Without, oh, I am so far over. I think she's rolling all right. Oh yeah, she's rolling all right. I want to probably go ahead and get the construction team in here, get rid of one of our pig barns. Come on, Brad, get that right side a little better, buddy. Get rid of one of our pig barns. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job on that side, am I? We're going to have to throw the GPS mod on again. Does this roller... Doesn't look like it lifts. V is usually lift, or is it V? X I know is going to fold it. I don't want to fold it. Yeah, it must not lift. It must be one of those permanently down roller types. So we're going to get a pig barn taken care of, and then we're probably going to put in its place some kind of a pig food producer, I think. What do we need? 90 degrees? I believe so. Oh, didn't show my lines. That's all right. We know where we are. We got it covered. Yeah, working speed on this is nice. This will take this is going to take no time at all. I like it. This will be great for a little bit bigger fields. That's a nice looking setup right there too. Getting the old school John Deere working. I like it. Probably should have thrown a little bit bigger rubber on it before doing this maybe, huh? I don't know in real life how you would use a roller like this that doesn't lift. I guess it doesn't really matter that it doesn't lift up. I would think you'd want the ability to be able to lift your roller. I remember watching, I don't know if you all ever watched Kate's Ag. She's got a pretty good channel. She's a younger girl. I think she's probably just in college now, maybe her first or second year in college. Her family works a really large farm in Montana. And I always like watching her, I usually like watching her channel because, you know what we can do? Go over these areas that I decided to miss. I like watching her because she is learning and she's not afraid to show mistakes. She's not afraid to show things that she, you know, either messed up on or is learning on and stuff. And I like that. I like that in people that they're not worried about, you know, she doesn't edit out things that she does that may not be the smartest thing in the world. And her dad is something else sometimes. He rides her. He's obviously a nice guy and stuff, but yeah, he's quick to let her know, you know, what's what. But, you know, that's how she's learning. Oh, and the reason I brought that up is because let me see where there it locked in. She was doing some rolling, and I don't know. She was talking about if you turn too sharp with the roller, you know, one roller will actually start rolling in reverse. I think you all can probably picture that. I probably can't explain it. It's kind of a visual thing, but she was commenting on how that was something that you kind of wanted to stay away from, I guess, for whatever reason, whether it was bad for the roller or what have you. So I've been trying to learn more about, maybe a little bit more technical. Yeah, so you can see when I turn really sharp, this outside roller is obviously going to keep going forward, but this inside roller, if you turn too sharp, is actually gets to the point where it kind of grinds or rides on the ground and maybe even goes a little bit in reverse. I think that's what she was referring to, but I'm trying to learn a little bit more of some of the technical things of farming. Just out of curiosity, you know, just to learn something new. I thought we were folded up. I'm like, does this also fold in mirrors? No, just the outside jobbers. Okay. So I was watching Mike Mitchell today, and he was talking about his John Deere header, his HD 50F header. And it's a Draper head, and I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing an auger on it. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You know, I thought Draper heads were all belts, you know, conveyor belts. And if you all don't know, you probably do, because many of you are probably farming geeks, much like me. But if you look at I don't know what would be a good example. Like that right there is a Draper with this belt, the feeder belt. As opposed to, I don't know. Oh. That one actually does have an auger. I don't know if that belt feeds as well. I don't think so. But the John Deere had both. It had an auger and a belt feed. And I don't think... Oh, it's this one right here. HD50F. His had an auger on it. So I actually left a comment. You can easily see the Draper part of it with this conveyor belt. His had an auger here too. Now, I don't know if that's just an option that you can have put on. I'm going to assume it is, because I'm looking, this is an HD50F, unless maybe his was an older or newer model. That's always quite possible as well. So as soon as I start thinking I know something about combine heads, then this happens. And somebody says, oh, this is a Draper head, and I'm looking going, yeah, but it's got an auger. And then somebody leaves me a reply and says, yeah, some Drapers have augers. And I'm like, oh, that's great. All right. So maybe I don't know anything again. Just go back to knowing nothing. Ooh, almost hit the wrong key there. That would have gone sideways quickly. So I don't know. If any of you know and have a little more extensive knowledge of combine headers, maybe you can explain that to me, how his draper head had an auger. I've been paying closer attention to these things, and when I see a draper head, I guess I've never noticed one that has an auger as well. They always just have the belt, the feeder belt. But yeah. And it's cool to see how it is interesting to see how different companies design their combine heads as far as flex goes, and how they feed and different things. And you can really see how each company kind of thinks they have something that they do a little more right than others, but then you can see how this company has, how they do theirs. There's an advantage to this. And of course, I think like anything else in life, people just become fans of brands, which I've always found really interesting, that we as human beings, I've heard some of the most intense, and I wouldn't even call it debate, I would actually call it flat out arguing, angry arguing about like Apple versus about iPhone versus Android, for instance. And it's just so funny to me how people really sometimes, some people really become like, it becomes very personal to them. It's like Apple's evil, well, Android's evil, and it's like, man, they're all evil. I don't know how you're putting the scales on any of them, to be honest with you. But yeah, being in the tech as long as I've been, it's like, come on, you know, you like what you like. That's where you should leave it, you know. You like what you like. But people, I think, become brand focused. So, you know, anything John Deere does is going to be great. Even if they're known to have problems, they're still going to be great because they're John Deere. Same with Kloss, same with Fent, Massey, all of them, you know. Case. You've got the big red people, and they're going to argue till the day is long that, you know, Case is superior and this and that. I could see, though, on especially a larger farm, or maybe it's the opposite, I don't know, maybe it's any farm, but I could see where there would be a distinct advantage to running mostly the same make of equipment. I would think that there would be advantages to being an all John Deere farm, an all Case, or all Agco, or whatever it should be. I would think from like being able to, you know, keep parts handy on the farm, maybe some of them, things like that. I don't know. Maybe I would think there'd be some advantage. And if you got the John Deere dealership guy, repair guy out, you know, and you've got 6 other John Deere tractors, you know, you got him out there already. Maybe he works on something else. Looks like we've got just a little tiny swipe that we can hit. I keep hitting the wrong button, bringing up the map. Let's see if we can just hit this little swipe. Why not? We're here. Come on, Brad. Get over there. There you go. I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for our poppy field. I think we've done what we can to make our poppies happy. Oh, I see. I'm folding up my tractor and not my roller. Having a hard time with buttons today. Dragging that wheel. Probably should be, you know, probably should be driving forward when I do that, shouldn't I? That's probably the way you're supposed to do it. That makes more sense. Well, let's take a quick look here. So it looks like we are sitting pretty well. Our expected yield is 100%, so that's good. We can't really ask for much more than that, I guess. Yield potential is 100%. Everything else looks really good on this field. I think we're going to be in really good shape for our poppies. If we're going to do poppies, let's do it right? Guess the birds agreed. Can definitely return this roller. We should probably invest in a roller. It's probably silly to keep leasing one, especially when we're probably going to be using it pretty regularly. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just buy one. Maybe we can hold out a little bit longer and see if one comes up on the old used market. So I think for September, let me see if I can find my... Whoa, what was that? That must be... Is there a dryer? Oh. Maybe that's a dryer or something? Or something's making a lot of noise up in here, isn't it? Are you making all that noise, little buddy? I don't know what you're doing. Oh, it's you. I think it's you. All right. So this is the pig facility I think we're going to put the kibosh on. Probably take down a couple trees while we're at it, since I'll be hitting those on the regular. And start... have to get some sand or something. Have to get some sand or something in here to drain all this freaking swamp action going on here in the middle of it, that's for sure. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. We don't have a whole lot more to do in September. I think we'll be moving on to October pretty quickly. I think we can also focus on maybe picking up some land pretty soon. I would love to be able to pick this thing up, but we're a little ways away from that. That's a big old $1 million investment. This guy right here, we can almost afford already if we want to just empty out the bank account. We can always take a bit of a loan out too. I'm not too freaked out about that. But once we clear some of these fields, man, this thing is huge. 2.3 million? Another 2 million for that thing? Yeah, that's a big field right there. That's a big mamba jamba. So hopefully we'll get there sooner than later. I wonder what... That's considered one field, field 61. It's split by a road, I would guess, huh? Interesting. What's over there? Can I get over there? Let's take a quick peek here. I'm curious. Since we haven't been really out and about... Okay. So this must be, so field 13, farmland. Oh, 61. I'm wondering if 61 is that whole free thing that I picked up here. And this is all, okay. And this is all this forest. I'm assuming it's going to be mostly this forest area here, right? This is the edge of the map right here, though, I believe. Maybe I'm just not in the right place here. Let's run over here. Brad, are you going in the right direction, Brad? Because you seem like you're a little lost at the moment. That's the edge of the map. It just looks bigger on the map than it is from the air. So yeah, it's all this forestry area split by that little 2-track right there. Yeah, it looks a lot bigger on the map than it does just sitting here looking at it, doesn't it? And this field 13. What do we have on field 13? Ooh, that got to my stomach a little bit. Got some cotton growing on field 13. Not a lot of forestry on this map. I know some of you like forestry. I don't know. I can take it or leave it. If I'm being honest with you, forestry has yet to really truly inspire me. Once in a while is fine, but I don't know. Once I do a little bit, I played Silver Run a few times, and I was kind of like, yep, I've had my fill. Anyways, don't want to keep you all longer. I'm sure if you're still here, God bless you. But make sure you have a great Tuesday. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you so much for joining me again. And as always, thanks to all the new subscribers, all the existing ones, and thanks for the likes. I sure appreciate those. You all take care of yourselves, and we'll be back here on Tranquil Waters tomorrow. You all take care for now. Bye-bye.